Welcome, one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be part 19 of Syberia, The World Before. I have to be honest and say sometimes with games I'll hit the halfway point or sort of thereabouts and I'm kind of like, oh, I just wish this game would be over. And I'm kind of hitting that point right now with this game. Like, it sort of started off and it was all cool and different and trying to sort of figure things out, but it's essentially just been go to this place, discover this, go to the next place, discover this, go to the next place, discover this. And that can only really be engaging for a short amount of time. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be some plot point in the story that totally captivates me once again.
Something bad happened during the expedition. I, no doubt, am partly to blame. Nevertheless, I would like you to know my version of the events. After hard days of hiking, we set up our base camp on the threshold of a high valley where rhododendrons grew. All the witnesses seemed to concur. This was where the Gorun, the famous man of the mountains, was most frequently sighted. For many long weeks, we explored without success every valley and mountain surrounding the camp. Autumn was approaching, the rivers started to freeze at the edges, and the prospect of having to head back with nothing for our toil was becoming more and more apparent. The joyful banter of the first weeks was no more. The men were becoming moody and tense. Especially our chief, Reinhard Berger. Up we get, Leon. Another day on a wild goose chase. I'd better get kitted up before going out.
I think I just sort of, having read up on how long the game is, or sort of roughly how long the game is, and I'm sitting at like 7.5 hours, and it's like, oh jeez.
Sauer's thesis. From what I understand, he accepted to work for the Brown Shadow because they were the only ones who would finance his research. What a waste. Goethe's Faust, one of Junter's posh friends, Murnau, if I remember rightly, turned it into a film about 10 years ago. I think the poor chap's dead now, though. Horst has already left. The scolding that Berger gave them yesterday about their lack of results in tracking down the Goruns really got to him.
Is that a cage of some kind? Who's supposed to be in it?
I ought to bring all the equipment together before I take my bag. These biscuits don't compare with old Gustav's cooking, but at least they fill you up. Must remember to fill it up before I leave the camp. I ought to bring all the equipment together before I take my bag.
Right, okay, so we need something else. You might want to actually try using water there, Leon.
All those books. Only Horst could cot about works of anthropology beyond the frontiers of the known world. The march of science knows no bounds for him.
Okay, so then that's all I needed?
I ought to bring all the equipment together before I take my bag.
Okay.
I should take my gear before going out.
Okay, so I'm clearly missing something. What? I mean, this is the only thing where I've been able to interact with anything, but... Oh. Right.
No chance of me venturing into the mountain without that. Hope I can get back to sketching the valley, but with Berger putting on the pressure at the moment, I doubt it.
Well, these are pretty.
I'm so glad Junta lent it to me. I was able to take wonderful pictures behind Berger's back.
I just sometimes feel like with all of this information, is it actually really important? Like looking at all of these things.
The letters I got from Dana before leaving Kantar with the expedition. It's tough not to be able to receive or give any news since leaving civilization.
Like, we kind of get the picture that communication between the two of them is quite difficult. Okay, do you have everything? Yes.
Better get going before...
You know what time it is?
Time to be heading out?
Enough! You couldn't care less whether we find the Gorons or not, could you? Well, mark my words, Copperteeth. You'd better change your bloody attitude.
You know full well Huss and the Brown Shadow forced me into this. And besides, my mission was to guide you and the rest of the expedition here, not to get involved in your harebrained research.
I couldn't give a damn. Everyone has already started except you. So you just get your butt upstream and help Sauer carry out his research. The idiot is capable of getting himself lost again.
All right. I'm not your enemy, you know.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation, Leon. If we don't find a specimen of the Goron, the Brown Shadow will... Look, just go find Sauer. Please. Now!
Right, so it sounds like there's some expectations there that this research party needs to bring something back or else.
Poor animal. Berger's gone out of his mind with this search for the abominable snowman of his.
Well, I mean, if you caught it and ate it, then that's worthwhile.
Look, can't you see I'm busy?
The mountain's dangerous and we're prepared for the worst. I only hope we don't have to use it. Not what you'd call cute, this Gorun. Just as well they haven't found it yet. This medal must belong to Bauer. He must have left it behind when he turned in for the night. Bauer's daughter. I sometimes forget I'm not the only one who left behind someone dear back across the mountains. can't have been easy for Bauer to leave his daughter just after she was born.
Like, I understand this is sort of character development and building and whatnots, but surely there'd be a more concise way of doing that, you know?
Bad idea.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's fill up the biscuits with water. Hoi! Oh, yep, good.
With this, I'll be able to venture out for as long as it takes to find Sour.
Wow, is this like a never-ending bottle of water or something?
No one here. Bauer and Jaeger must have already taken off in search of the Gorun.
Oh, okay, so I need a code.
Jaeger and Bauer have been a bit heavy-handed with the alcohol these past few evenings. Morale of the troops is at an all-time low.
Like, again, I understand this is trying to set a scene, but again, could there be a more concise way of doing it? So I need some kind of code, but I haven't run into anything. Oh, unless it's the daughter's birthday? Or, hold on. Like 1937 or something? Is it just gonna like pop off when I get it right? I guess that's not the answer. I just don't know what other numbers. Oh, unless in someone else's
I hope
tent.
you're not thinking of going inside my tent, Kobetes.
I mean, I was thinking about it, yeah. Apologies, sir. Because then the only other tent would be his. Unless it's 0408. Or 0408. I'm trying to teach myself to say the correct word there. Hey!
Bauer, are you little...
Letter to Hoss. I completely understand the Brown Shadow's anger should the expedition fail. That being said, I urge you not to hold it against Herr Berger or my fellow scientists. If blame there is to be, then look, or rather at Leon Kabatis. His lack of goodwill has become increasingly apparent throughout. Indeed, it would come to no surprise to me if his intention was to sabotage the whole expedition right from the very outset. Ooh. That's a rough thing to have to read.
All shipshape. Typical Bauer.
Okay, so just that letter. We can go now?
There's nothing more to do here, I guess. I should leave the camp now. But you'll have it coming, Bauer.
I appreciate the guys just sitting there like, I didn't see a thing. Is this not the right way to go? I'm confused. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go.
Better get going.
Why even bother with that? Let's just go. Come on.
Autumn is here. We'd better leave the mountain soon, or we won't survive.
It's a very pretty place. I'm assuming it must get really cold here in
Anyone
winter.
there?
Oh, nope, you've gone the wrong way, buddy. Let's get
Looks
over
like
the
someone's
mound.
left their gear over there.
Oh
Better check it out.
no.
Stopping to read in the middle of the wilds. That's sour all over.
I mean, I would read too, buddy.
One of us must have stayed here. For a rest, maybe? Whoever it belongs to must have left in a hurry to have left it behind.
I
One of
mean,
the scientists must have stopped for a rest here. Most probably sour. But what made him leave in such a hurry that he left behind all his gear? I'd better have a look around to find out what happened here.
I just feel like I have to point out that they're right next to a river, so they're not lacking in water. Oh, hello.
What on earth is that?
Saruman!
That mark must be what caused Sour to stop and rest for a while. I'd better head out and try to find him to clarify the situation.
Orcs are close.
What in God's name is that?
Is what? What can you see? Hello? Okay.
Sour? What in the world?
Shh! Look what I found.
Is that a...
A go-room. Yes, it's a go-room. I heard him cry as I was taking a break near the path. Hurry, we must go fetch the others.
You go. He looks injured. I'd better stay and try and reach him before the current carries him away.
Right, Leon. Okay. But don't lose him.
All right, little fella. Don't move. I'm coming to get you.
I wonder if Leon will let him go.
All sorts of debris has been carried by the river. But other than trying to build a raft, I don't know what use it can be.
Ooh, hold on. Oh, do I need to go back and get the axe? Oh. Yeah, I feel like the axe would be a better option, but okay. You blunten your machete. Oh, am I doing this? I also just feel the need to point out that he's cutting it at the wrong side of the... Oh no, okay. Wow. Jeez, that machete was amazing. Look at the little wedge he was able to cut. And again, the creature's not like, oh my gosh.
Easy, Leon. Now's not the time to get a dunking.
Creature's not sort of phased in the slightest. We can still sneak up to it apparently. No, hey buddy.
Take it easy. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to look at your wound.
So is this supposed to be like a Neanderthal?
What can I give him to show I mean no ill?
Give him a biscuit. Biscuits. Throw the machete at him.
There you go. Good boy. It's all right.
Oh, I can't find... Okay, we're going backwards, gotcha. I'm so used to going forwards.
Don't be afraid. You're all right, fella. Good boy. Eat up, fella.
I mean, you might want to eat one to show him that it's okay. Pretty sure he's not seen a processed biscuit before.
It's good, isn't it? Leg broken. I just want to look at it, all right? Look, little fella. If you let me see your wound, you can have another biscuit later, yes? It's broken, all right. Must be very painful. You're a brave boy. If I could clean the wound and brace your leg, we should be able to get you back to camp and make it better.
How does he know it's broken?
Hold on. I'll be right back. Just be patient, little fella. I'll be right back.
The Gorham has a layer of fur. And the leg is sitting just fine. How on earth was he able to determine it was broken? Alright, what am I doing? I missed all of that. Apply a splint. Ooh.
They're straight enough to help get the Gorham back to camp.
But they're spiky. Yep, walk past the creature. Eeh.
They should do fine to hold the Gorham splint together.
Hold on, I just want to have a look at this. Got to sightsee while
That
we're...
mark.
Oh!
Judging by the shape, must have been made by the Gorham, probably before he got injured.
He
wonder
works
what
for
it means.
Saruman.
Here we go, fella. This is going to sting a little. There, wasn't so bad, was it? Now we just need to find a way to get you back across. Hey. Did you do that, little fella? Well, Better drawing than talking, huh?
What kind of magical splint was that?
Now we just have to wait for the others.